Get ready, because today we're diving into some wellness wisdom.
Wellness wisdom,
And
man.
get this.
Okay.
It comes from a finance channel
What?
called Finance with Sharang.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Unexpected.
Totally unexpected, but hey,
Yeah.
who doesn't want advice to feel amazing?
Right.
No matter what their financial situation is.
Exactly. You know, it's fascinating how all these different areas of life,
Yeah.
like finance, health, well-being,
Yeah.
they're all connected.
Yeah, they are. And, Sharang seems to get that.
He does?
And some of these tips are so intriguing.
Yes.
Like, did you know that flossing can impact your overall health?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It's true. There are studies that have shown that the bacteria from gum disease can actually
Oh, what?
enter your bloodstream
Get out.
and contribute to inflammation
Oh, no.
throughout your whole body.
Wow.
And inflammation is linked to a lot of health issues like heart disease and diabetes.
So flossing suddenly seems way more important.
I know, right?
And we'll also be talking about the power of positive affirmations.
Yeah, those are great.
I'm already feeling empowered.
Well, neuroplasticity suggests that our brains can actually rewire themselves
But,
based on repeated thoughts and behaviors.
oh, wow.
So positive affirmations, they
Okay.
can replace that negative self-talk with empowering beliefs.
So you're training your brain for success.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's unpack this list.
Okay.
Sharang starts with mind and body basics.
Right?
Hydration, sleep, exercise.
It's essentials.
The essentials. He starts with the foundation.
Upsets.
He suggests keeping a water bottle with you
Oh, yeah.
at all times
Smart.
to help you stay hydrated
Yeah.
and aim to refill it like 3 times
Okay.
throughout the day.
So you hit your water goal.
Exactly.
I like that.
It makes it feel doable.
Yeah.
And he says studies have shown that even being a little dehydrated
Real.
can impair your cognitive function,
Yeah.
like similar to having a blood alcohol level of 0.08.
You're kidding.
Nope.
So if you're feeling sluggish, grab some water
Right.
before that extra cup of coffee.
Interesting. So water can actually make you think more clearly.
Yeah, apparently.
And speaking of energy, Sharang also talks about a good morning routine,
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
setting the tone for your day, right?
Right. It's a way to prioritize self-care from the get-go,
Okay.
whether it's stretching, journaling, or just like a healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
Without rushing,
Yeah.
starting your day with intention
Intention.
can have ripple effects throughout the day.
I like that. Okay, so he also emphasizes 30 minutes of sunlight each day.
Sunlight.
That's good for you, right?
It helps your body produce vitamin D,
Okay.
which is good for strong bones,
Uh-huh.
a healthy immune system, and even mood regulation.
So getting some sun can actually make you happier.
Apparently so.
I like that. All right, what about exercise?
Yeah.
Any tips for fitting that into a busy schedule?
He recommends aiming for at least 30 minutes
Okay.
of moderate exercise
Uh,
most days of the week.
Okay.
But he emphasizes finding something you actually enjoy.
Enjoy.
It shouldn't feel like a chore.
Okay.
If you hate the gym, find something else you
Right.
like dancing, swimming, hiking.
I love that he emphasizes the enjoyment factor.
Me too.
But isn't there some value in pushing yourself out of a comfort zone?
That's a great point.
Right.
I mean, while enjoyment is key for consistency,
Yeah.
a little challenge can lead to growth
Okay.
and even greater satisfaction.
It's finding that balance.
Exactly.
So Sharang also has a surprising tip about exercise.
What's that?
He says even short bursts of activity throughout the day can be beneficial.
Oh, interesting.
He calls them movement snacks.
Movement snacks.
Yeah.
What's that?
Things like taking the stairs instead of the elevator.
Okay.
Or doing a few squats while the kettle's boiling.
Mhm.
Or just walking around while you're on the phone.
Oh, I like that.
It all adds up, right?
Yeah.
Those movement snacks are a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for ways to be more active without
Right.
blocking out a huge chunk of time.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to Sharang's tips for nutrition power-ups.
Okay.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Uh-huh.
He suggests we think about our food as fuel.
Fuel.
Yeah. What we put into our bodies impacts how we feel,
Right.
both physically and mentally.
Makes sense.
And he's all about limiting added sugar.
Added sugar.
Yeah, he says that cutting back on sugary drinks
Okay.
and processed snacks
Yeah.
can drastically improve your health,
Wow.
even if you don't make other changes.
Really?
Yeah, think about it this way.
Okay.
When you consume a lot of sugar,
Yeah.
your blood sugar levels spike,
Uh-huh.
leading to energy crashes, mood swings,
Oh, yeah.
and cravings.
I know all about that.
It's a vicious cycle.
It is.
So breaking that sugar cycle
Okay.
can lead to more stable energy and even improve your mood.
So ditch the sugar.
Yeah, but sugar's in everything.
I know.
What are some of Sharang's practical tips for cutting back?
Well, he recommends swapping sugary drinks for water
Okay.
or unsweetened tea.
Yeah.
And instead of reaching for that bag of chips,
Yeah.
try snacking on fruits, vegetables, or nuts.
Those are good ideas.
These foods provide sustained energy
Yeah,
and
yeah.
important nutrients.
You know, I'm definitely guilty of reaching for the sugary snacks when I'm stressed.
Oh, yeah, stress eating.
Do you think we should address that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sharang actually dedicates a whole section to stress management.
Okay.
But for now,
Yeah.
let's stick with nutrition.
Okay. So we're hydrating,
Yes.
getting enough sleep,
Yes.
moving our bodies,
Yes.
fueling up with nutritious foods.
Yes.
What else does Sharang suggest for building that solid foundation?
Well, he dives into a fascinating area,
Hmm.
the power of breath.
Oh.
He recommends a simple breathing exercise.
What is it?
Inhale slowly for a count of 4,
Okay.
hold for 4,
Okay.
and exhale slowly for a count of 4.
Oh, I do something similar when I'm feeling stressed.
Yeah.
It's amazing how just a few deep breaths can calm you down.
What's fascinating is that deep breathing actually activates your parasympathetic nervous system.
Your what?
It's responsible for the rest and digest response.
Okay.
It's the opposite of the fight or flight that
Uh-huh.
stress triggers.
So deep breathing is like a signal to your body that it's safe to relax.
Exactly.
I like that. All right. What's next on our well-being journey?
Let's move on to mental well-being boosters.
Okay.
Where Sharang offers some practical tips
Okay.
for cultivating a positive and resilient mindset.
I'm all ears. I'm always looking for ways to boost my mood and manage stress.
Lou, what does he suggest?
Welcome back to our deep dive. You know, we've already laid a pretty solid foundation.
Yeah, those foundational habits are amazing.
Right.
So what other gems does Sharang have for us?
Well, he dives into an area that's often overlooked. The power of gratitude.
Gratitude.
Yes, he suggests keeping a gratitude journal.
And noting 3 things you appreciate each day.
I am all about the gratitude journal.
Yeah.
In theory,
Theory.
in reality, mine usually ends up collecting dust
Oh, no.
after like a week.
Really?
Any tips for sticking with it?
Well, one strategy is to link it to an existing habit.
Oh, okay.
So maybe write in it,
Okay.
right after your morning coffee,
Okay.
or as part of your bedtime routine.
Mm.
Another tip is to be specific.
Specific.
Yeah, instead of just writing, my family,
Okay.
try the hilarious joke my brother told me today.
Oh, I like that.
Those details make it more impactful.
Yeah, they do. Those are great tips.
Good.
I'm going to try linking it to my morning coffee routine.
Awesome.
What else does Sharang suggest for boosting mental well-being?
Well, he's a big believer
Okay.
in surrounding yourself with positive influences.
Positive influence.
Yes, that could mean seeking out friends who are uplifting,
Okay.
listening to inspiring podcasts,
Yeah.
or even curating your social media feeds
Oh, that's a good one.
to be more positive.
It's amazing how, like, the company we keep
Right.
and the information we consume
Yeah,
can really affect our mood,
it really can.
our outlook.
It's like feeding your mind with healthy nutrients, Yeah. just like we talked about with food.
Okay, so we're being mindful of the people and information we surround ourselves with.
Yes.
What else can we do to cultivate a more positive mindset?
Well, Sharang reminds us to challenge negative thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
When those self-critical voices pop up,
Uh-huh.
try asking yourself, is this thought really true?
Oh, okay.
Is there another way to look at this situation?
That's so important.
It is.
It's easy to get caught in those negative thought
Oh,
loops
squeezy.
without even realizing it.
Right.
So it's about becoming aware of those thoughts and then consciously choosing to reframe them.
Exactly.
Now let's shift gears
All right.
and talk about relationships.
Relationship.
Sharang has a category
Yeah,
dedicated to relationship building.
that's a good word.
What are some of his key insights here?
Well, he emphasizes the importance of deep listening.
Deep listening.
Yeah, it's not just about hearing the words,
Uh-huh.
but truly understanding the other person's perspective.
Right.
It's about putting aside your own thoughts and judgments
Yeah.
and really tuning in to what they are trying to communicate.
Oh, sometimes I catch myself like formulating my response
Oh, yeah.
while the other person's still talking.
I do that too.
I need to work on being more present.
Yeah. It's a skill that takes practice,
Yeah.
but it can transform your relationships.
Wow.
Imagine how much deeper your connections would be if you
Yeah.
truly felt heard and understood.
I think that's something we all crave.
I think so too.
What else does Sharang suggest for building those stronger relationships?
Well, he talks about expressing appreciation.
Appreciation.
Yeah, it could be a simple thank you
Yeah.
or heartfelt compliment.
Oh.
Those small gestures can go a long way
Yeah.
in nurturing those connections.
It's so easy to take people for granted. So expressing appreciation is a good way to show them we care.
Yes.
What about setting boundaries in relationships? Is that something Sharang addresses?
He doesn't mention it specifically,
Yeah.
but I think it's an important aspect of healthy relationships. It's about knowing your limits
Mm-hmm.
and communicating them clearly and respectfully.
So it's about protecting your own well-being
Yes.
while still maintaining those connections.
Exactly.
Boundaries are definitely important.
They are.
Okay, so now let's move on to daily habits for success,
Daily habits.
where Sharang offers tips
Uh-huh.
for creating a life that supports our well-being
Okay.
and helps us thrive.
I like that.
I'm intrigued by this category.
Yeah.
What kind of habits does he recommend?
Well, he kicks things off with a reminder to limit screen time.
Limit screen time.
Yes. He argues that excessive screen time can be harmful
Oh,
to both our physical and mental health.
okay.
It can disrupt sleep, strain our eyes,
Yeah.
and contribute to a sedentary lifestyle.
You know, that's definitely something I struggle with.
Really?
I often find myself mindlessly scrolling
Oh, yeah.
through social media for hours.
It's so easy to do.
It is.
He suggests setting boundaries for your daily device usage,
Okay.
especially before bedtime.
Before bed.
Creating a screen-free haven in your bedroom can do wonders.
So put down the phone and pick up a book instead.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Or engage in a relaxing activity.
Okay.
Like taking a bath, meditating.
Yeah.
Or spending time with loved ones.
What other habits does Sharang recommend?
Well, he talks about the importance of staying organized.
Staying organized.
Yes. He suggests dedicating time each week
Okay.
to declutter your living space
Okay.
and plan your tasks and appointments.
You know, I am a firm believer in decluttering.
Really?
When my physical space is tidy,
Uh-huh.
my mind feels clearer.
It's amazing how our environment can impact our mental state.
It really is.
A cluttered space can lead to a cluttered mind.
So true. What else does Sharang suggest for creating a life that supports our well-being?
Well, he reminds us of the importance.
Okay.
Staying curious and learning continuously.
Staying curious.
Yeah, it's about staying engaged with the world.
Okay.
Trying new things, expanding your knowledge.
Love that.
Me too.
Learning keeps our minds sharp
It does.
and our spirits bright.
It does.
He suggests setting aside time each week to explore a new topic,
Oh, cool.
read a book,
Yeah,
or take a class.
I like that.
I'm going to challenge myself to learn something new every week.
Awesome.
What other gems does Sharang have for us in this category?
Well, he talks about the importance of setting realistic goals.
Realistic goals.
Yes, he encourages us to break down large goals
Okay.
into smaller, more manageable steps.
That's so important because it's easy to get overwhelmed
It is.
when we set our sights too high.
Right. And he also stresses the importance of celebrating those small victories
Oh, yeah.
along the way.
Celebrating those wins keeps us motivated and helps us stay on track.
Absolutely.
Now let's shift gears and talk about preventative care.
Preventative care.
What are some of Sharang's key insights in this area?
Well, he emphasizes the importance
Okay.
of scheduling regular checkups
Checkups.
with your doctor and dentist.
Yeah.
These checkups are crucial
Okay.
for early detection of potential health issues.
Right. It's about catching things early
Exactly.
when they're easier to treat.
Right.
It's easy to put off those appointments.
So easy.
But they're really essential for staying on top of our health.
They are.
What else does Sharang suggest for preventative care?
He reminds us to practice safety in our daily lives,
Safety.
whether it's driving,
Okay.
biking,
Yeah.
or simply being aware of our surroundings.
Right.
Taking precautions can prevent accidents and injuries.
Yeah, it's easy to become complacent, but safety should always be a priority.
It should.
What other nuggets of wisdom does Sharang have for us in this category?
Well, he talks about the importance of things we've already discussed. Oh,
Like getting enough sleep, managing stress, eating a healthy diet.
Oh, so those foundational habits.
Exactly. They're crucial for overall health and well-being.
They are.
And finally, he emphasizes the importance of flossing
Flossing.
regularly for good dental hygiene.
We talked about the connection between oral health
Right.
and overall health earlier.
Yeah.
Flossing is definitely a habit I need to be more consistent with.
Me too.
Okay, now let's delve into a category that Sharang calls simple daily movement routines.
Simple daily movement routine.
This is all about easy ways to stay active
Uh,
throughout the day
Okay.
without needing a gym membership
Right.
or a complicated workout plan.
I like it.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Finding those simple ways to incorporate more movement into my day.
Absolutely.
What are some of his suggestions?
Well, he highlights the simple act of walking
Well-
whenever possible.
Okay.
He says aim for at least 30 minutes daily
Okay.
for better fitness.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a power walk or a marathon.
Okay.
Even a leisurely stroll around your neighborhood
Okay.
can do wonders.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Walking is such an accessible form of exercise.
it is.
He also suggests taking the stairs
Oh, yeah.
instead of the elevator
Good one.
whenever possible.
It's a small change.
Right.
That can make a big difference over time.
And it's a great way to sneak in some extra cardio.
Exactly.
You know, I'm definitely guilty of opting for the elevator.
I too.
Out of convenience.
So easy.
But I'm going to make a conscious effort to take the stairs from now on.
Good for you.
What else does Shirang suggest for incorporating more movement?
Well, he talks about the importance of stretching
Stress.
our bodies daily.
Okay.
He recommends spending 5 to 10 minutes each day
Right.
stretching to maintain range of motion
Okay.
and prevent injuries.
Stretching is often overlooked,
It is.
but it's so essential
Yeah.
for keeping our bodies flexible and pain-free.
It can also help you feel more relaxed and energized.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to a topic that's near and dear to my heart.
What's that?
Balanced nutrition.
Balanced nutrition?
What are some of Shirang's key insights in this area?
Well, he emphasizes the importance of a balanced diet
Okay.
that includes all the food groups in appropriate portions.
All the food groups.
Yes, fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, healthy fats.
Yeah, I've heard that before,
Yeah,
but sometimes it feels overwhelming
I know what you mean.
to try and get everything in.
It can be.
Yeah.
Well, Shirang suggests aiming to fill half your plate with vegetables at every meal.
At every meal.
That's a simple rule of thumb
Okay.
that can help you ensure you're getting enough
Okay.
of those essential nutrients.
That's a great tip. It makes it feel more manageable. What about those times when you're really craving something?
Cravings.
Yeah, like something specific.
Well, he says it's okay to indulge those cravings occasionally,
Okay.
but the key is moderation.
Moderation.
Yeah, it's about finding that balance.
Yeah.
That allows you to enjoy those treats without overdoing it.
So it's not about deprivation,
No,
but rather about making conscious choices.
exactly.
And he reminds us that a balanced diet doesn't have to be complicated
It
and
does.
restrictive.
No.
What are some of his practical tips for making healthier choices?
Well, he suggests planning your meals in advance.
Meal planning.
Yeah, meal planning can be a great way to avoid those last-minute unhealthy choices
Yeah.
when we're tired or hungry.
You know, I find that when I have a plan,
Uh-huh.
I'm much less likely to reach for those processed convenience foods.
Makes sense.
Yeah. What else does Shirang suggest?
Well, he also talks about the importance of eating slowly and mindfully.
Slowly and mindfully.
Yeah, practicing mindful eating allows us to savor our meals
Okay.
and really tune into our hunger and fullness cues.
So it's about slowing down,
Yes.
paying attention to the flavors and the
Yes.
textures of our
Yeah.
food,
Yes.
and eating without distractions.
Exactly.
It's amazing how something as simple as slowing down
Right.
can transform our relationship with food.
It really can.
And speaking of transforming our relationship with food,
Yes?
Shirang also reminds us to limit caffeine intake wisely.
Oh, caffeine.
While it can provide a temporary boost,
Yeah.
excessive consumption
Uh-huh.
can lead to anxiety, insomnia, and other negative effects.
Right. It's all about balance.
It is now, let's move on to relaxation and stress management.
Relaxation and stress management.
In today's fast-paced world,
I know.
stress is a constant companion,
It is.
so it's important to have strategies
Absolutely.
to manage it effectively.
Yes.
What does Shirang recommend?
Well, he emphasizes the importance of finding activities
activities.
that help you unwind and de-stress.
Okay.
Whether it's spending time in nature, listening to music,
Yeah.
taking a warm bath, or reading a book.
Those are all great ideas.
They are.
But sometimes I feel like I just don't have time for those things.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Well, he reminds us that even a few minutes of downtime
Okay.
can make a big difference.
Really?
Even if you only have 5 or 10 minutes,
Oh.
you can still engage in an activity
Oh.
that helps you relax and recharge.
So it's about prioritizing those moments of self-care,
Yes,
even when we're busy.
exactly.
What else does Shirang suggest for managing stress?
He's a big believer in the power of meditation.
Meditation.
He says even a few minutes each day
Okay.
can significantly enhance your focus
Okay.
and emotional health.
You know, I've tried meditation before,
Yeah.
but I find it hard to quiet my mind.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, there are many different types of meditation.
Okay.
You might find guided meditations helpful,
Okay.
or you might prefer simply focusing on your breath.
Yeah, I'll have to explore some different options and see what works for me.
Good idea.
What else does Shirang recommend for relaxation and stress management?
Well, he talks about the importance of getting enough sleep.
Sleep.
We've touched on this before.
We have.
But it's worth reiterating, when we're sleep deprived, we're more susceptible to stress, anxiety, and irritability.
Sleep is definitely essential for our overall well-being.
It is.
He also reminds us to limit alcohol consumption.
Oh, alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, occasional drinking is fine.
Okay.
Excessive alcohol can actually increase stress and anxiety.
That makes sense because alcohol can disrupt sleep
Yeah,
and interfere with our ability to cope with stress.
exactly. Now let's move on to personal growth and fulfillment.
Personal growth and fulfillment.
This is all about cultivating a positive mindset
Okay.
and pursuing activities that bring us joy and purpose.
I'm excited to explore this category.
Yeah.
What are some of Shirang's key insights here?
Well, he reminds us to stay consistent with our habits.
Consistent.
Yeah, whether it's exercise, healthy eating,
Right.
or any other positive habit.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
It's about showing up for ourselves day after day,
It is.
even when we don't feel like it.
Exactly.
What else?
He also encourages us to socialize with friends more.
Oh, friends. Strong social connections are essential for our well-being.
They are?
Spending time with friends can lift our spirits,
Yeah.
reduce stress,
Yeah.
and provide a sense of belonging.
I always feel so much better after spending time with good friends.
Me too.
Yeah.
He also suggests limiting alcohol consumption,
Right.
as we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
It's about being mindful of our choices
Okay.
and finding that balance that
Yeah.
supports our well-being.
And he reminds us to practice moderation in everything.
Moderation.
Whether it's food, exercise, work, or leisure,
Yeah.
moderation helps us maintain balance.
Right.
And prevent burnout.
He also encourages us to volunteer if possible.
Volunteers.
Giving back to our communities can not only benefit others,
Right.
but also enhance our own well-being.
It's a great way to connect with others and make a positive impact.
It is.
Okay.
And finally, he reminds us to cultivate healthy relationships,
Healthy relationships.
surrounding ourselves with supportive friends and family.
Yeah. Who uplift and encourage us can make a world of difference
So true.
in our overall happiness and well-being.
It's about investing in those relationships that matter most
Yes.
and nurturing those connections.
Exactly. So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
Yeah.
From simple daily movement routines to personal growth and fulfillment.
Yeah.
What stands out to you the most?
I think what's resonating with me the most
Yeah.
is this idea of taking a holistic approach to well-being.
Holistic approach.
It's not just about focusing on one aspect of our lives,
Right.
but recognizing that everything is interconnected.
Interconnect.
Our physical health,
Yeah.
our mental well-being,
Yeah.
our relationships, even our environment.
Right.
They all play a role
Yeah.
in creating a fulfilling and vibrant life.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that taking care of ourselves is an ongoing journey, not a destination.
Right.
And it's a journey we can approach with curiosity, compassion, and a willingness to experiment and find what works best for us.
I'm definitely feeling inspired to put some of these tips into practice.
Awesome.
Are you ready to dive into the final part of our deep dive?
Absolutely. Let's continue exploring Shirang's wisdom
Okay.
and uncover even more ways to transform our lives.
I'm really struck by how Shirang emphasizes those simple but powerful things we can do each day
Right.
to improve our well-being.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up
Yeah,
in this idea that we need to make these huge sweeping changes.
I know.
But Shirang's approach is so manageable.
It is. It's about those small, consistent actions
Yeah.
that over time create this ripple effect. It's
And-
like compound interest,
Okay.
but for your well-being.
I love that analogy. So what are some of those compound interest habits?
Well, he talks about the importance of practicing forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Yeah, both towards ourselves and others.
Okay.
You know, holding on to grudges and resentment can really weigh us down.
Emotionally.
Emotional.
Forgiveness is something I've struggled with.
Really?
It's easy to get stuck in that cycle of blame and anger.
Oh, yeah.
So what does Shirang say about that?
Well, he reminds us that forgiveness isn't about condoning the behavior,
Okay.
but it's about releasing those negative emotions
Thank
that
you,
are
sir.
holding us back.
Holding us back.
It's about choosing peace over resentment.
It's like freeing yourself from that emotional baggage.
Right.
So you can move forward with more lightness and clarity.
Exactly. What else does Shirang suggest for cultivating a more forgiving and compassionate mindset? He recommends practicing empathy.
Empathy.
Try to see things from the other person's perspective,
Okay.
even if you don't agree with their actions.
Putting ourselves in someone else's shoes
Yeah,
can definitely shift our perspective
right.
and help us cultivate more understanding.
It can.
What other gems does Shrang have for us in this final stretch?
Well, he talks about the importance of taking regular breaks.
Oh, taking breaks.
Yeah, in today's always-on culture, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle.
Oh, yeah.
And forget to pause and recharge.
I know I'm guilty of that. I often find myself working long hours without taking any real breaks.
Well, he suggests setting a timer
A timer.
to remind yourself to step away
Okay.
from your work or your studies periodically.
You okay?
Even just 5 or 10 minutes
Yeah.
of downtime
Okay.
can make a big difference in your productivity and well-being.
So it's not about pushing ourselves to that point of burnout.
No,
It's about finding a sustainable rhythm of work and rest.
exactly. He also encourages us to engage in activities
Okay.
that bring us joy and fulfillment.
Joy and fulfillment.
This could be anything, from spending time with loved ones
Well-
to pursuing a hobby
Okay.
to simply taking a few moments to appreciate the beauty around us.
I love that.
Yeah,
It's about making time for those things that light us up
right.
and make us feel alive.
Exactly. What other insights does Shrang offer for creating a more joyful and fulfilling life?
Okay.
Well, he reminds us to be present.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in worries about the future
Yeah,
or regrets about the past.
yeah.
But true joy is found in the present moment.
That's so powerful.
It is.
You know, it's about savoring those everyday moments.
Right.
Appreciating the beauty of right here, right now.
Exactly. He also encourages us to practice gratitude.
Gratitude again.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier,
We did.
but it's worth repeating.
Okay.
When we focus on what we're grateful for,
Uh-huh.
we shift our perspective
Yeah.
and open ourselves up to more joy and abundance.
Gratitude is definitely a game changer.
The-
It's about appreciating the good,
Right.
even when things are tough.
And finally, Shrang emphasizes taking care of our physical health.
Physical health.
We've talked about sleep, exercise, nutrition,
Yeah.
but he reminds us that our physical bodies are the vessels
The vessels.
that carry us through life.
It's about treating our bodies with respect
Yes.
and giving them the nourishment and care they need
Right.
to thrive.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Shrang's 50 tips,
Yeah.
what key takeaway do you think our listeners should walk away with?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that we have the power
Yeah.
to transform our lives one step at a time.
One step at a time.
You know, Shrang's tips provide this roadmap,
A roadmap.
but it's up to each of us to take those steps
Right.
and create a life that is truly fulfilling and
Yeah.
aligned with our values.
It's about being intentional with our choices,
Intentional.
cultivating a positive mindset,
Yes.
and taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally.
And it's a journey,
The journey.
not a destination.
That's right.
There will be ups and downs along the way,
Of course.
but with persistence, self-compassion, and a willingness to learn and grow,
Yeah.
we can create a life that is extraordinary and fulfilling.
So to our listeners, we encourage you to explore Shrang's tips
Yes.
and see what resonates with you.
Yeah.
Experiment, find what works for you,
Yeah.
and embrace the transformative power of those small, consistent actions.
You have the power to create a life you love.
You do.
Start today.